Hey y'all, I'm sitting here, um, getting up, doing my work, again, just counting down to the day. And I kind of just want to be honest about some things. And I said I was going to be transparent on my journey because um, there's a lot of people in my shoes. Uh, so last night was so exciting for me because me and a friend figured out another YouTube journey that we're gonna take, and I'm gonna tell y'all about later once we get all the specifics together. But it's like I went to bed on such a high because I had all these thoughts and stuff. And I get up and I'm blessed, but it just reminds me of me being tired of this 9 to 5. Like I'm so tired of it. And it doesn't fulfill me at all. And again, I know, you know how I know it's other people in my shoes because I have friends in my shoes. Excuse me. I have friends in my shoes. Um, the person that I'm possibly starting the other venture with, they're going through some life situations that's kind of similar to mine. And it's like, you just need the freedom. First of all, let me just say this, and I'm not knocking, and I'm not telling nobody not to work. When you have worked all your life and you have been told, or the perception is you work until you retire, 65, 70, whatever, then you survive off of 401k. If you were lucky to put aside money into a 401k, or if your job allowed you assistance or some type of contribution to a 401k. And I remember when I got my house, that was almost 7 years ago. My realtor that I had, well, I knew that I could pull money from my 401k to help with the down payment on my house. But I was told, or it was like, don't ever pull money from your 401k. And the first person who told me, or kind of educated me on some things, was my realtor. She's awesome at what she does. And she's an inspiration too. She quit her 9 to 5 to be a full-time realtor because she was making more on her side job than she was at her regular job. But anyway, very, very inspiring. But she was like, you, that's your money to use. You can use it however you want to. And that money ain't gonna sustain that's your money, you know. Okay. Like I was saying. Um hold on. Like I was saying, um, just when you've been working since you've been a teenager or a young person in your 20s, and you put in the work. Now, you may have had multiple jobs, multiple career changes, whatever, but you put in the work at some point, and it's crazy because I'm thinking about my mama, and I would hear my mama say this, and my brain will be like, but you not at a place where you can stop. When you work for so long and you put in the work, I think at some point it's deserving of you, or you should be able to stop, not stop working, but figure some things out. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Is this company where you're at, or is this job going to provide you the life you want in your latter years? Like, um, Is this something you want to continue to do as you get older? Or the money that you have put aside in your 401, is it enough to sustain what you want to do? Or is it just going to be like paying bills, buying groceries, going to the doctor, and back home? That's not, and that's the thing. What I'm learning about life, what I have learned, and what I'm continuing to learn, uh, everybody can't give you the sauce. Some stuff you have to figure out, you have to research. Nobody can give you a step by step process on something because it's not going to go the way they tell you every single time. And I think that comes with unlearning things. That comes with figuring out your situation. I knew my grandma retired from a hospital after being a cook for like 15 years. And when I go back and think about it, I think that she forced to retire because she got sick, or no, I think she just retired. She wasn't sick yet, but she retired, and I remember them having a banquet for like the 10-year people and the retirees and all that kind of stuff, which is cool. But my grandma loved to cook, but my grandma could have went further in her cooking. Like my grandma could have opened a restaurant um, and ran it her own way. You know, she could have put that in the family and that began legacy, and we could have carried on with it. But her mind, nobody taught her that. So I'm saying all this to say, I don't want to just retire because I hate to use the word tapped out and I'm ready to draw the benefits from my job. Now, I want to live a life where I wake up and I'm like, hey, what's on the agenda today? What are we doing today? Who are we helping today? What excitement are... Now, I know every day ain't going to be peaches. I get that. But I don't want to roll out the bed and be like, I gotta clock in. I gotta turn this damn computer on. I gotta do these people work. I gotta do these tickets. I gotta answer to these people. Like and then to have, if you have, luckily I don't have a micromanager. But if you do have a micromanager that's freaking looking and picking at everything you're doing, that's a headache too. Like it's time out for all of that. Now again, some I feel like going through that in your early years and working through your career, whatever it may be, that's something you have to do because it teaches you work ethic. It teaches you how to deal with people. It teaches you customer service. There are, go back to the skills, it gives you those skills, those real life skills of dealing with teammates, dealing with management, dealing with customers, dealing with processes and how to's and do this if that did not, and if we can't get it done, who do we need to talk to get that. Teaches you that. I have been through that. And I'm like, okay, I got it. It's time for me to roll this into my own thing. So I am, and hopefully, I'm waiting on something to turn at my job. If not now, maybe within the next 15 to 30 days. And I'm going to document that too. But I am, excuse me, I am setting to leave my job by my 3rd year anniversary, which is January 24th. Will be January 24th, 2026. And I'm giving that's okay. So we're in June of 2025 now. I'm giving that a full 6 to 7 months for me to work out on this YouTube journey. And I am so into it. I have been researching, and that's what I was going to say. So, I have purchased a class or two. I have. And once I realized what they were talking about, I didn't go through the whole class, but some stuff I can't afford at this present time. So I have to be smart about what I put my money in. Now, I'm not saying do not invest into um, yourself. And that's another thing. When people say invest in yourself, that means education. That means courses, whatever those are. And it may not be the traditional, it technically is, well, depending on the pathway you're on, that may not mean a traditional go to college. Because when I used to hear people say invest in yourself, that's a general term of telling people to learn some stuff. And you don't, it's not always going to be free. Let's just say that. But you have to be smart and pay attention and do your research on which path or what you're going to invest in as far as your success. So I did purchase a couple of courses and I stopped them. And I said, let me do this. Let me look through YouTube and find that one person or several people. That's the benefit of YouTube. You can follow however many channels you want. And let me grab the game from them. Let me grab the game from them. Let me see what they doing. And again, also ChatGPT. What I think I'm going to do, I'm working on it. I am working on a free PDF where it allows you to pick out your skills and it allows you to pick out your passion. And it'll also have a link for tools that I use daily. I am, babe, like I said it in a video previously, ChatGPT is my BFF. And I'm learning there's different chats. There's different types of ChatGPT, or for lack of better words, there's different AI chats that you can ask and it can give you a little bit more thorough information. So once I put that PDF together, I'm going to make a video. I'm going to go over it and kind of show y'all what it is and what you can do with it, because it's also to help people. Because again, if you're a parent, a single parent, or if your life is so indulged with your everyday, and you may be one of those people who don't realize what your passion is. Because again, it took me a while. I can remember asking myself, like, I don't know what I'm good at. Like, I literally would be like, I would see people and I could see their talent and their passion, and I couldn't see it in myself. And that's because, like I said in a previous video, I feel like my passion was looked down upon, or when the whole time my mama gave me my voice. But I had to figure out what lane I wanted to take with it. And again, putting 2 plus 2 together and realizing, hey, YouTube and another creator that I'm watching, and I will put her link in the bio, in the description. She is awesome. She's funny, but she's awesome. It's 2 of them that I'm kind of watching, and I'll put both of them in there. But this one lady, and I can't remember her name, but she said on one of her YouTube videos, and I was thinking this, YouTube is like a blank canvas where you can do whatever. It's almost like, I think I remember back in the day being in class, like elementary school, and they basically tell you to do whatever you want to do on this canvas. That's what YouTube is. Now it does come with rules and restrictions, and you have to look over that and kind of see what you can and cannot do. But for the most part, it's a blank canvas. And again, I'll go back to that. You go in a grocery store and you go to purchase some bread. There are a gazillion of brands of bread. There are a gazillion there are several brands of clothing, several brands of shoes. There are different brands of items. So meaning they know that they have an audience or a consumer specifically for them. And that's another thing. So if you ever think that you're copying off of somebody, or switch it up, like there's different ways of doing it. So this PDF that I'm gonna put out, this free PDF, is going to allow you to check off what you think your passion is, what you're in tune with, and your skills, what you have experiencing, whether it's experience at work, experience at home with your children, with your parents, experience, whatever you have experience in. Um, and at the bottom, it's going to allow you to put some things together. And it's also going to have a couple of links where if you need my help, I'll help you out. So, excuse me. Again, just documenting this journey. I'm using, and it's something else that I'm gonna put a link in there to show y'all that I'm using. Really, really cheap, not expensive, from Amazon. And I don't know if anybody has talked about it, but I haven't seen anybody talk about this because everybody is so on tripods. But this thing here is awesome. And the crazy part about it is I accidentally bought two of them. I meant to just buy one for the car, but I bought two of them and I realized how you use it. I'm like, oh, this thing here is genius. Why ain't nobody talking about this? So I'll add all that to the document too. But y'all, if y'all want to again follow my journey, I'm just starting out and figuring some things out. And as I figure it out, I'll let y'all know. Like, share, subscribe, let people know. And check out some of my videos and see if y'all like it. I'm going to make them into different categories because I'm not a one-trick pony. I have a lot going on. I'm a parent. I'm a single parent. I'm a single parent of a special needs kid. Here in a couple of days, we're going to get ready to take my son to camp by himself for the first time. I'm going to try to vlog that. Also, content creation from my point of view, encouraging people that are single parents, that are parents, that are caregivers to tell your story. And also just my passion in what I like doing. I'm gonna subcategorize those. So I want to see if it's also going to help with the YouTube algorithm, because some people may not want to know about special needs and others may want to know just about single parenting and stuff like that. So I got some things I'm working on, but just to let y'all know, and I'm being transparent, I want people to follow me along with this on this journey and encourage others. Just a community of encouragement. And again, I'm working on some things with some other friends of mine that's gotten the bug as well, so I'm excited about that. So again, like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's talk. I love to reply back. So y'all have a good one.